Hey y'all, it's Susie. Today we're doing the part 2 of my makeup brushes. This one I'm hoping to be more aggressive. And I say that I have way too many brushes. I have way too many brushes. Just looking at them on my area, there's just far too many of them. But every time I think about getting rid of them, it's almost like a heartbreak session or something. It's like, oh, but what about this one? So I'm going to try to be a lot more aggressive. We're going to start off on these easier ones. These are the fine print and things like that. So, and if y'all see a brush that you're like, oh my God, that was the most amazing brush ever, put that back in your collection, hold on to it, it's amazing, just let me know. Because I have attachment issues with my brushes, so I will reach out and grab it quickly before I get rid of it. All right, so these are just the little makeup brushes. This one's a little bit, they're a little bit frayed around the edges. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. This is one of those Mia ones. I believe these were in my, Hank and Henry makeup brush collection that I had for a hot minute. So we're going to get rid of that one. And realistically, I would keep the fat one because she's chunky. So we'll keep that one. And this one's got a pretty strong... See, and this is where I go wrong. Okay, see, so this is the e.l.f. one. This is the e.l.f. one, which is a really great one. This one is the Jessup one, which is just completely straight. So I really do like that one. So I'm for sure liking this one. So those two are definitely going to get kept. And then I have this one that's kind of angled. And I'm going to keep that one because I'd like to keep a skinny one that's angled and a thick one that's angled. And then this one from Jessup. And that will be kept. And these two will be gotten rid of. All right, by a lot. A lot of these have the dual end brushes to the end. So I'm going to kind of separate those even though they do the same thing. Right now we're just going to look at the straight ones. And to be honest, if I'm just sitting here looking at them, first off, I will not get rid of my Sydney Grace. So let me go through here and get rid of anything. All right, and I don't want to get rid of this Sigma one either. Those are really great brushes. Sigma has some really great brushes, so by far I don't want to get rid of those. So we're definitely keeping these ones. And as far as these other ones go, this is a Sigma one. I don't know how long ago Sigma is, but that's a pretty... I don't think I've ever seen them with this writing, so I don't know. I want to keep, let's see. I want to keep a couple of really great, that is a chunky one. I don't have one like that. I'm going to set that off to the side. I want a really small ones, like this one, or this one. So I like these small ones. I'm going to keep these two because those are really great looking ones. So we'll keep those ones. We'll keep those ones. I know we're not doing great. We're working on it, I promise. I definitely want to get rid of this one. This is the mange ones. They're so soft. They're incredibly soft. All right, so we're going to get the pink one and this mange one, and then we'll get rid of these ones. Now, I may cut through these because, again, these aren't cutting, and these are ones I'm keeping. So I may swap them out for some of these. This is a mange one that has, oh, that's a very bulky one. But do I really need a very bulky one? I kind of do. There's a Jessup one. These are both of those mange ones, and I'm not really sure how I got 2 of the same, because I don't remember actively buying 2 of the same. And they are literally, if you can see, they are, try to get it to where you can see these better. These are just very, very slightly different. This one's a little bit bulkier at the end, and this one's a little weird. All right, I'm for sure not going to keep either one of these two. That's a pretty good one, but I don't need it. Now I'm basically down to these 3 and that other one. So I will probably keep, I think I'm going to go with the less thin one, and then I'll keep those ones. So these are the ones we're getting rid of, and these are the ones we're keeping. So let me look at these one more time, because I don't need a ton of them. That one's kind of square. See, that's why I kind of like that one. And the elf one is really square. What's this one? I'm going to go ahead and keep them. Sorry, keeping them. I'm not ready to get rid of them. Maybe there'll be a time when I come to them and I'm like, okay, I did not need those at all. I can get rid of them. Then maybe, but for now we're going to put these where they go. All right, and kind of more on the same fence. These are just kind of a little bit random. This is the Jessup brushes. Oh, actually, hang on. No, that's a square one. I think, yeah, right here. All right. So both of these are pretty much the same. This one's very, and this one's more tense. I think I'm going to keep this one. I think I'm going to get rid of this one. That's what I think I'm going to do, because I like that one a lot better. All right. And then this is the metal one that I keep. So I'm just going to set that one off to the side. Now these bulkier ones, like this one, I think these are the same, but they're a little bit, this one's more bulky. No, wait, it goes this one. I'm telling you, these are weird, but I keep them for different reasons. All right, so first off with these 3. This one's going to be going through quite quickly. I do love eco brushes, but I don't usually reach for them, so I just get rid of them. And then this is a Wing Me, and this is a really great one for like really packing on the punch. So I'm going to keep this one. And this is the elf one, which if you look at those two, they're pretty much the same. So we'll get rid of the elf one and keep the winged. Let's see. All right. And we're going to keep this one because it's literally a fan. I don't really use them, but I always keep them just in case, because you never know. All right, these are thicker, bulkier ones for mange, and I don't really have anywhere to put them. They're very soft, though. So I think I'm going to keep both of those just until I figure out exactly what I want to do with those. And to these, this one, it's an Estate, and it's one of them, like, it's a mustardy colored brush. I absolutely love this brush. I use this quite often. It's got a pinched barrel right here, but it flays out this way, and this is a really great one for packing on foundation. So this is one that I will always reach for quickly. And to say the same, I feel like this one would probably be very similar. I haven't used it yet. It's my Jessup one, so I really don't want to get rid of my Jessups until I completely test them out. And this one is, again, kind of the same, but I didn't find as good of outcome with this one as I did the other one. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one. And then this is Elf. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that one. I don't need it. So we're going to keep these. these are the little paddle brushes. There's probably a few in here that edge a little bit past those little paddle brushes, but I kind of keep them all in the same. This one, I really do want to get rid of them. I do want to keep several because I do use them, but I want to only give myself enough leeway to do up to max 3 looks, which means enough to do 3 looks. Everything else can go. Now this is a big one, but I use this one for packing on eyeshadow primer. So this one gets set off to the side because it's being kept, but for wholly different reasons. All right. I'm going to go through here and pick out the ones that I most likely don't want. Ooh, that's a good one. That's the mange, and I really don't like getting rid of them until I completely test them out. But that is a good one. I'm going to set that one off to the side. And this is Sydney Grace, so it gets a pass. And I believe, yep, this is a Sydney Grace. It gets a pass. I think that's it as far as those ones. All right. So this one is a very thick and bulky one. I do like some thick and bulky ones like this one. This one's a little thicker. To me, this one's thicker. This one's thicker. That one's not so much a thick one, but it kind of is. So I want some that for each look I have the more thicker one thicker one, and one less thick. So keeping that theory. All right. So I do want to keep the 2 mange. So that's 2 right out the gate that I'm keeping. All right, I'm going to keep this one because it's part of that series. So these will go. These will go and these will stay. Now on the final ones, I need the more, I want, well, this one's actually a thick one. Let's see what brands we have here. A couple of Morphes. I don't care really about that. Okay. All right, so I do like the barrel ones like that. I'm going to get rid of these. And I'm going to keep these. This is the ones we've kept. And so far, this is the ones we've gotten rid of. And that's all of them, not just the ones. Just all in general. And I also really feel like, again, I'm going from a pretty large amount for me of brushes. And I'm trying to pare it down. So when I get rid of some, even if I get rid of, you know, 40%, 50%, 60%, it feels like a lot. But once I use these for a while and I get down to the next row and I do get rid of some more, then it's going to be easier to get rid of more because, hey, I didn't use this one, I didn't use this one, I didn't use that one. So that's my logic. Okay, so this one is actually mange brush, and it has a double barreled shotgun here. So I'm not sure what to do with that. Again, I wanted to keep my mange ones. But the truth of the matter is, I think some of them I could probably get rid of and not worry too much about it. So these are a lot of the angled brushes that angle to the side. Oh, that one's not one of them. I'm not sure what she's doing over there. We'll put her off to the side. So, and I think that's why that one was there. I am going to keep that one. I am going to keep one of the Pharaoh ones, and I will probably, let's see. Oh, that is very soft. That's a little bit more firm. And this is the mange. I'm going to actually keep both of these. And that's a little bit firm too. All right, so I am going to keep these 4, and I'm going to get rid of these. And we're starting with the most boring eyeshadow brushes to begin with, because when I get to the other one, it's going to be like fighting a damn piece of candy from a toddler, because I don't want to get rid of my brushes. As far as those go, I don't need them at all. I don't even use them at all, but I need to get rid of them. So I can't get rid of this one, not ever, and not because I use it. This is my granddaughter's makeup brush when she comes in here to help me with makeup. This is the one she grabs, and then she just puts it back into my makeup. So this is her makeup brush. She'll play with it. So it just goes off here to the side. Let's see. This is a pencil brush. These are pencil brushes. This is a pencil brush. This is a pencil brush. I'm going to say that's a pencil brush. It's a fat pencil brush. I'm not counting it. That's going to be a fat one. This is supposed to be with the other ones over there, but we're going to go ahead and get rid of it because I don't need it. All right. This one, no, those are small. All right. Here we go. This is, well, not really a pencil brush. This is a pencil brush. This is a pencil brush. This is a pencil brush. Pencil brush. All right. So we're going to keep those. I think this is still the one I haven't went through yet. These are the smudgers. And then these, I'm not sure where they're mixed into this mess. I think they just kind of ruffled their way around. But, oh, that is the square one. This one I'm going to go ahead and get rid of. I have a bunch of these complex cultures that I used to really love. But again, it's just like, I guess over time I just quit using them. These are Hank and Henry's. I feel like this is kind of like the one we just did. Like a fat version of it. And this one too, actually. These two both. So, this one's a lot dense. This is a lot softer. I'm going to go with this one. What if I want to keep them both? I'm going to keep them both. I am. All right, these I believe are just our square paddle brushes, so we have to find those here in a minute. These are the ones we're keeping. All right, these are going to be my Rephr brushes, my Sydney Grace, and then a couple of the Jessops that I've let wander off in here. So, for sure, none of these will be gotten rid of. And it's really easy to most of the time see where the Jessup ones are from the Rephrs. Because if you do like this and turn it to the side, you can for sure generally see where the Jessup ones go. Is because they're significantly taller than the Rephr brushes. And that should be, yeah, that should be the last of them. The rest of them should be Jessup. So these are the Rephrs. And I'll be honest, I've used these. I got this whole set that I have of Jessup brushes for like 10 bucks. They were on sale one day. It was these with the white bristles, and then it had the ones with the black bristles also, but they were all black and the bristles were black, and then these are all white or all black with the white bristles. And that was all the ones that come from my $10 ones. And I'm telling you, these are really great brushes. Like, I use them, I keep them in with my Rephrs, and I will use them just as regularly as I do the others. I really enjoy these brushes. These are the Sydney Grace brushes, the hand brushes. And I've got more, again, probably littered around somewhere. But these are the hand brushes from Sydney Grace, and I keep up with them on their own. And I keep up with them whenever I'm doing my Refer brushes because they're all really easy to grab without having to hunt them down. So, keeping those. And these are the Refer brushes that I have gotten. And these are the ones from Refer that I'm keeping. And some of the bigger ones, like I keep them over here where my little makeup brushes go. But they're not used for that. That one, these ones I don't use for my eyes. And there's another one. This one I don't really use for my eyes. I use them for like around the face. And the rest of them I do use. And I have a couple. I have a set and a single that's supposed to be here today of these. But so this will grow by a little bit. So I do have a good amount of these. And these are really, really great brushes. I mean, they are really good brushes. And if I if I had the means, I would just buy nothing but Refer brushes because they're just so great. I do love the Sydney Grace. I do also love Sigma brushes, and I do love the Refer brushes. But that's kind of it. Like I've not tried any BK Beauty. I do want to try them, but I haven't bought any yet because they're pretty expensive at once. And I have to find them on sales. So that's where I got to go with that. But yes, these are the ones I'm keeping for the moment. I need to be realistic with my makeup brushes. We're going to do this a little at a time. I'm pretty sure that I tried to I had to separate them between density because that's what helps me. But we're going to be pretty cutthroat here. We really are. I've got more than enough brushes. So we're going to be pretty cutthroat here. So I just want some big floofy brushes that, man, okay, look, let me rephrase this. I have a love-hate relationship with Morphe brushes. Like, you have to baby them. You have to clean them properly. To be fair, you have to do that to the Refer brushes. But they're not that great. But they splay, like they splay out, and it gives you a great finish. I just wish these brushes were half as soft as they needed to be. If these brushes were soft brushes, I would go ham on Refer brushes. Because they always just kind of floof to just the right mix. So I am keeping that one. It is a Refer brush. I don't have many. I had a ton of Refer brushes. Or not Refer. Morphe. I had a ton of Morphe brushes. And I literally went on a crazy kick of getting rid of them. I'm getting rid of all three of these. I don't want that one. I know this is a BH Cosmetics, but they also flay pretty good. I'm going to set that one off to the side. That's a pretty good one. We're going to think about those. And I do want, let's see. I don't want this one. I'm going to set this over here. And I'm not going to use that one. I highly doubt I'm going to use those two. Actually, that is a really dense brush. I might keep that one. And this is a really great one. I've used this one quite a bit. That's a great one too. And this is pretty packed, so I do want to keep that one for that case. So that means that, see what we're doing is like I'm sectioning them out until they're just perfect, and it's not going to happen. So we're going to have to be a little bit more cutthroat. We're going to have to, oh my gosh. All right, I'm going to get rid of all those. I'm just going to cut the cord there. And this is the Refer one. I'm going to keep that one. She's pretty bulky. So if I keep that one because it's pretty bulky, I'd have to pick. Oh, I already said I was going to get rid of those, so I forgot that. See, okay, we're doing pretty good, right? We're doing pretty good. So these are the ones up here I'm getting rid of. I'm going to keep all of those. I'm going to keep all of those. So that's good for me. Yay. Yay. I'm good. I'm happy. Okay. We're not done. We're not even close to done. I am kind of a lot ashamed of how many brushes I have because I just kind of hoard them. And I pick and choose which ones I want because I've hoarded them so long. I am actually a lot ashamed of my makeup brushes because I have so many that I don't use. And used to, okay, used to I did not wash my makeup brushes all the time. Like I would just let them gather up and gather up and gather up and gather them up until I had all of my makeup brushes pretty much dirty, because I only use them one time on my eyes. My eye brushes, I only ever use one time. So I would let them just gather up until I had all of my makeup brushes dirty, and then I was like, for hours it felt like, sometimes it was, doing makeup brushes. And so by then I started just getting to where I use my makeup brushes more often. So that means I don't need that many. So I don't know what that is. I'm gonna get rid of it. This is another one of them bulky ones over there. I don't need it. I've got some, let's see. I think these are just randoms that I have. I just grabbed them and we're going with it. So we're going to be pretty cutthroat here. We're getting rid of all of those. And this is how many I'm getting rid of. And we're going to have to swap them out because I don't have a way to keep them right now. So that's what we'll do. We'll move in the next one. All right, so these are the ones I do want to keep, and I do like those. So I'm pretty excited with those. Okay, now this is the last of the ones that I use for regular. Now, again, these are the brown ones. I'm not going to mess with those. And these are the red ones. We're not going to mess with those. So we have much less to deal with. Okay, so I did do a really good thing. So that's yay. That's great. All right. So now there are a bunch up here that I keep in the very middle. And I keep these because they are my floofy brushes. And these are all Morphe's. Actually, I have these two too. I'm going to keep them though. But these are the ones that I don't use my makeup on them. I just use them to floof out my eyes. And I know I don't realistically need that many. And I'm sure realistically I could probably get rid of some. Should I realistically get rid of some? I'm sorry. I'm going to be a hoarder. I'm keeping them. I like those brushes. They're good at floofing out. I just grab one and go. So they don't get used that often. It's fine. Or they don't get messed with that often, just to floof out my eyes. So we're keeping them. I'm hoarding them. That's just how it's going to have to work. I just can't get rid of them. All right. This feels like a lot. This feels like a whole lot. If I sectioned these out, all right, now these are the ones that they all go to a point. So I guess that really answered that question. I'm getting rid of these and these. We're going to go through here and I'm going to make sure that I do not get rid of any of my, not mange, Sigma. Here we go. Need to get my Sigmas out so that way I can get them off to the side because I don't want to get rid of my Sigmas. And Zoeva, they also are very, very great brushes too. So I will keep those too. And that one. All right, so those are going to just be up here to the side. Alright, we're just going to get rid of all of these. I'm going to quit fussing about them. So I kept the Sydney Grace, and I also kept mostly the LaRousse over here. So, pretty good, because I did get rid of more than just one, because it was all packed in here really good. And these ones are going to get put here, because these are the good packing ones. So, not bad. And I think, oh, did we just do it? Did we just do it? Oh my goodness, I think we just did the last ones. I am very happy with how many brushes I got rid of. Again, it's not a mind-blowing number of brushes. I will say, though, it is pretty great because typically, I'm going to set these off to the side. Typically, I would have this full of makeup brushes, this full of makeup brushes, this full of makeup brushes, this full of brushes. This was the issue that I was having with my Refer brushes. The 32s, they kept coming, and they continuously break. They weren't great. I've never had an issue with Refers, but I got 3 of these and all 3 of them broke. So I just kind of quit asking. So these are the ones that are going to go over here. So they don't count because they were over there. So this was full of makeup brushes. And I had my drawer full of makeup brushes. And then I had other brushes over in a little, on my pegboard, I had brushes. Those ones are still there. And then I had another round container over that way that was full of makeup brushes. And now, the only ones you see, other than the ones in my drawer, is the ones on my peg roll and the eye brushes that I have. So I'm pretty excited that I have gotten rid of a good amount of brushes. And it is going to take a lot to get used to having this little of brushes, but I'm going to do it again. Maybe towards the end of the year, maybe towards the middle of the year. I don't know, it's already February, halfway through, so we'll see. But I'm going to see what I do with all of these. And as they go, if I find, okay, this brush wasn't working, I'll get rid of it. So, okay, guys, this is it. I'm going to count these. Hang on, I'm going to count these. All right, out of these, there is 93 makeup brushes in here. So 93 makeup brushes. I have no idea how many I have. I will not pull them out right now and count them, but I'll put a number up here. There we go. I'll put a number up somewhere here to tell you how much that we kept. And I will include all of them. I'll include all of the brushes. That way we count them all. But I guess that's it. Oh my goodness. I'm so overwhelmed. I'm a little bit overwhelmed. It's okay. I'll be fine. I'm sure we'll be fine. I'm sure I'm over-exaggerating it. We will be good. All right, guys. I will talk to you guys in the next episode. Let me know. Did I let go of any of your favorites? Are there some that I kept that you're like, oh my God, girl, you don't need that. Just get rid of it. You never know. But I will talk to you guys in the next episode. Bye.